Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamrio. Welcome to DanganRonpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. We are about to enter the Great Room, where we'll find out if, well, just in general, we'll find out who murdered Taka and Hifumi. Now, I've been really antsy and detailed about this. I drew things out on my whiteboard. I erased everything that was on there, everything that was important actually, and drew it all out to try to figure this whole thing out because I wanted as hard as I possibly can not look things up, right? I want to make sure that I'm not looking this kind of stuff up and being very thorough and playing the game properly, because the temptation is there, you know, the temptation is there. People already solved all this whole thing out, and people may be posting spoilers and comments or something, but I wanted to make sure that I'm as thorough in my investigations as I possibly can be. So, let me go ahead and talk to you about some of the crazy ideas that I got going on here regarding every single piece of evidence. So, we'll start with Monokuma file number 3. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotake Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. And that's all we got for now. It is thought that they were killed with both killed with a similar weapon. I don't know why, but I feel like that specific use of thought should be a trigger for us that shows us exactly what the hell is going on. Next, move on to next evidence number 2 out of 17. The blue tarp. The tarp was found in repository under Kyotake's lifeless body. It was apparently used to move Kiyotake in order to avoid leaving any bloodstains. So, somebody picked up Kiyotake, or they'll probably killed him on the tarp or put him in a tarp, and took the dolly in the art room supply repository and put it to the other room. The dolly was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. This specific dolly has no handles, and blood was found on one of its wheels. It is assumed that this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room where Kiyotake's body was originally discovered. So somebody took the tarp, wrapped Kiyotake in there, and then used the dolly to carry him over to the other room, to the hardware room. That we know for certain. When they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they are next seen in the repository, they were completely clean. Now that is a really weird, yet kind of a trigger for me, a giveaway trigger here. This means that somebody had to wipe away Hifumi's glasses. But why would somebody wipe Hifumi's glasses? Think about this. If we consider maybe they didn't want their fingerprints to be left. We have no devices that scan fingerprints here in the school. There is none. We have not used any devices for fingerprints. We have to work using clues to figure out what happened. Why would somebody need to wipe away Hifumi's glasses in particular? Hifumi's glasses. In order to, I don't know, in order to do something. Then we also found evidence I'll show you later with his cloth for the glasses. Now, I'm gonna leave this as right now. Who would have a reason to wipe away Hifumi's glasses? I'm gonna leave this question lingering here for now. And keep it in mind, because it's all part of the crazy theories that got going on. Keep it in mind. Let's move on to the next piece of evidence. Hammer, the spotless hammer. Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found in a repository. One of them was found wet, and had apparently been recently washed. Now, who would find a wet hammer? Why would there be a wet hammer? Clearly the hammer was washed and cleaned off of something. We know it was washed recently. Whoever was using it, used it to wash off whatever that was on the hammer. The only things that could be ever on the hammer are designs from the other hammers, the Justice hammers, or possibly blood. This is still a lingering clue that I've not fully figured out, but we do have a clean hammer. One of them was wet and clean. That is going to be important in the trial. The doors connecting to the art room to the repository was designed to open only from the repository side. According to Aoi, it was locked during the search for the missing body. However, when the body was rediscovered, it has somehow been unlocked. So somebody was already inside the repository and had it locked. And when everything was said and done, they unlocked it from the inside to put the bodies back inside, to get Taka's body and Hifumi's body and put it inside. The only way to access this thing is from the inside. Keep that in mind as well. The door connected to the outer repository designed open from only the inside, from only the repository side. And according to Aoi, it was locked during the search. So whenever we were in our room and Sakura and Aoi were together, we tried to nudge on the door and it was locked. So somebody was already inside while it was locked. When the body was rediscovered, it somehow been unlocked. So somebody was inside the repository, either waiting for something or doing some sort of a setup. Let's keep it going. Keep that in mind. A puddle of blood was found in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was initially found. A tire track had been left behind in the blood. Further proves that the dolly was used to carry Kiyotaka, or just Taka, I'm gonna, Kiyotaka, whatever. I'm not good at pronouncing Japanese names, okay? His body was used, wrapped up in a tarp, put on a dolly, and dolly was carried off into the repository, with trails showing that the dolly has been used. This is the next clue here. Now, be very, very open-minded here about what I'm thinking of here. The cloth was found in a trash can in a nurse's office. It is branded with a popular cartoon character and was found with blood on it. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe some blood away. And remember how I talked about Hifumi's glasses? This particular cloth was used to wipe away Hifumi's glasses. Now, this is a character that was also on the camera that we found. Apparently it was Hifumi's camera. We found it there. Hifumi had the camera on him. But the only person that kept it, because the camera was, I think, scratched up or something, or out of its box, was Celeste. Celeste kept the camera. I'm mentioning her because she might be still part of the whole case. I don't know. Be open-minded with me here, okay? Bear with me. Humor me for a little bit. So the cloth that Hifumi had, probably on him, was used to clear the glasses. Now don't jump into any conclusions, don't say anything, just keep it all in mind for now. Let's move on to the next clue. Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently the one gone for more than a minute or two. Granted Hifumi's weight, other than Sakura, and she'll still probably have a hard time, nobody else would be able to technically carry Hifumi even up the stairs. He is a big, hefty guy, you gotta understand. It's difficult to not hide his body. Especially if he's bleeding from the top of his head, you would see some sort of blood streaks being let out of the room. But any blood that is out from the floor, even the blood on the floor I think was even gone when Hifumi disappeared. Remember that, keep that in mind as well. Keep on moving. This is the note that Yasuhiro wrote to get everyone to meet in the dining hall. Meet in the dining hall is all it says. The handwriting is remarkably neat and clear. Now keep that also in mind. That's towards the second case, case number B. Hifumi's case number A. Case number B is Yasuhiro. This is his handwriting. And knowing Yasuhiro, he's a pretty simple guy who's very eccentric, and this is currently his handwriting. Typically people don't change the handwriting naturally. It's not something we can do subconsciously. So, this is his handwriting. Moving on. Same relating to case number B with Yasuhiro. These are the blueprints for Robo Justice, which were found in Yasuhiro's room. And please notice the handwriting immediately. Robo Justice, I mean, clearly the designs are very thorough, so it's not like somebody just like quickly chicken scratched the stuff on here. Clearly this has been planned. But look at the handwriting. They're marginally different. Marginally different. Why Yasuhiro's writing is very neat and very nice to read. This is very crude and feels like it's not really been rushed, but more work was put on the designs rather than handwriting. Clearly whoever wrote this, the designs of blueprints, puts more time into the designs of the robot instead of writing. Moving on. No one but Yasuhiro could have possibly fit into that costume. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at their waist more than 90 degrees. Now think about this. No one but Yasuhiro could have possibly fit into the costume. In addition, anyone wearing it will not be able to see their feet because they will not be able to look down or bend the waist more than 90 degrees down. I don't particularly have anything, I don't believe the detail is marginally important, but let's still keep it in mind because it could still be pretty important for us. The only person that could really fit the costume though is probably Yasuhiro because of his height. There may be another person out there that technically would not be able to bend the waist more than 90 degrees or be able to see the feet ideally that could also fit them, but that's another story right there. Keep that all in mind. Apparently Yasuhiro received a mysterious note last night. Now this is case number 3, one of the most important things of this whole case. So I guess part of the case. The note read, "I found a hole, maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in a recreation room at 1 AM. Somebody contact Yasuhiro and ask him come over at 1 AM, leave his room, and go to a recreational room." At the same time, Kyotaka's wristwatch broke with hands pointing just past 6 o'clock, meaning Kyotaka was attacked somewhere around 6 o'clock. So Kyotaka was also summoned up. It was confirmed that as of last night, the watch still worked, which means it must have broken the following morning when he was attacked. The watch only broke at 6 in the morning, so we can definitely surmise that Kyotaka's time of death was at 6 o'clock, or attack at least. Kyotaka's lifeless hand was found clutching a small scrap of paper at the same time. And we also found in Hifumi's trousers, in his pants, Hifumi had this note hidden on him. One edge of it appears to be torn. The note reads, "I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 AM. This is the note was sent to Kyotaka. Kyotaka got the note, went over to the equipment room where he died at 6 AM, and was killed there at 6 AM, which was also proven by the watch. He was holding a clutch of paper, and at the same time, coincidentally, this particular paper that was found in Hifumi's pants also has a tear on the corner. Now, please do check out the connection that I just found not long ago. Look at the handwriting of this and this. We got 3 types of handwriting here, 3 evidence of handwriting. 1, Yasuhiro's handwriting. That's case number 1, remember that. Case number 2, Robot Justice blueprints with another set of handwriting. And case number 3, the note. Out of all the handwriting, do any of them match? The number 2 and number 3 do. Yasuhiro's is very unique, so it can match. Number 2 and number 3 do. That means possibly, now this is very vague, but possibly the same person who made the blueprints is also the same person who sent the note to Yasuhiro and Kyotaka. Although we never did find Yasuhiro's note. We found Kyotaka's note, but not Yasuhiro's. And last point of evidence, each student had their own e-handbook, which also acts as a card key. The owner's name is displayed each time the handbook is booted up. It is believed that no handbooks were involved in carrying out the murders this time. I'm pretty sure that just Kyoko warming us up for the whole trial thing and making sure we keep an eye on whenever there's a handbook flying around or whatever, or somebody talks about a handbook. Now please, do go along with me about this theory that I got. It could be harebrained absolutely. Completely harebrained. But hear me out. I'm putting down the controller. Hear me out. I spent 40 minutes already of explaining this to you guys because I want to make sure that we can get this going. I believe, personally, that Hifumi is the killer. And he faked his own death, made a costume of Robo, because, well, to be honest, he's the only person who could ever think of something like that, being a fanfiction writer that he is, and so much into the otaku nerd culture that he is into. He had the idea for the robot, and he decided he would set up Yasuhiro, the only person he made the costume for his measurements exactly. That's why he got him to go away there at 1 AM, meet him in the art room at 1 AM, use the medicine from the nurse's office that was opened up to us now, drugged Yasuhiro, measured him out, and used his key card to get back to his room and put away the box of evidence. and materials and blueprints in order to frame Yasuhiro for what he did, for what he supposedly did. Then using the same thing, then using the whole... Yes, I'm getting to this. He used Yasuhiro at 1 AM, put together the entire suit, the robot suit, created the whole facade, used the medicine as well, which is also filled with blood packs, mind you, and faked his own death. Probably used more medicine to make himself look like he actually died when he didn't. Probably used some sort of heart-stopping medicine or just held his breath or something. I don't know. So if he's able to drug Yasuhiro, he's able to drug himself as well. No problem. I'm no doubts about that. And used the note that he sent to Kiyotaka, take him to the storage room, and kill him then. And when he killed him, he tried to take the bit of the notes that he could as evidence to try to hide it. But Kiyotaka still had his fist clenched, and rigor mortis held it in, and that led us to the notes that were passed around. Plus, also Yasuhiro testified that he also had the notes. He put away Yasuhiro in the downstairs area after this whole spiel ended. Now, there was only one other problem: is why is Celeste so involved in this thing? Has she been really involved in the entirety of it all? She's been all over this case throughout the whole thing, and that's the one thing that still makes me nervous. But I'm hoping our girl Kyoko will be able to help us out. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, those are my harebrained theories. Let's go ahead and try to get into the trial. I'm gonna try to stick with my case here and try to be open-minded about anything else that is presented to us. But let's do this. And for the sake of it, I'm just gonna make this episode a little longer because I spent so much time discussing this whole thing in the beginning. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there,
Monokuma appears!
we got two Monokumas. Two Monokumas. Is multiplied?
Wrong!
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I'm multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is a real Monokuma? Yeah, my voice kinda sucks. Can we just get on with the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along. I can't really do the double voices for them, so whatever.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay. Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train. Elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You will never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already. I didn't do it. For serious.
That reminds me, do you ever find the other costume? Or the note?
Well, no, but...
How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi Otaka get away with it. For everyone who is still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed the two of our friends. The killer is... someone right here. I can guarantee you that it's not also Genocide Jack, because Genocide Jack has her... she's a murderer. Everything, like I said before, her murder is art to her, and she would never want to botch that art. I don't know. I played enough Yandere Simulator to learn that sometimes when you get to plot something, it becomes more like an expression, a way of expression rather than anything. I promise I'm not like a serial killer or anything. It just, I don't know. It just, I feel like Genocide Jill, well, Genocide Jill, I guess would be a better way to say it, is more about the actual art and the procedure that the murder happens in, not about actually accomplishing the murder. So let's go ahead and have a conversation with everybody here before we start. Let's talk to Aoi.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go. We can make Hiro pay for his crimes. But she's definitely on to Hiro for now.
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. I don't like it either. Well, at the same time, nobody does. Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your argument. Look, also Byakuya gave us a tip about the fonts, the handwriting that was used. He gave us a major tip about it. So that actually could help us in this case severely. Celeste. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. The trial will be over in no time. I don't know about that, Celeste. What about Kyoko? Girl, please tell something. The story begins when we get down there. Okay, she's gonna keep her mouth shut for now. Stuck to Jill here.
Yes, yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it. Big Mac, alright. Talk to Yasuhiro last.
It wasn't me. You gotta believe me.
Oh, let's try it, buddy. Alright, let's do this. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the door closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Oh my god, I'm literally taken in the fact that there are only 8 people left. 8. We started 15. Now 8 people left. Look at this. Look. 8. Oh, Jesus. Whew. I don't know, just hitting me now that we've been playing this game for some time now. We're getting closer and closer to just until nobody's, left. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize how just few of you are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. He is right though.
Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
I need some water for Yasuhiro.
Bruh.
I gotta get his voice again. Well, what? You really hate me so much, but I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for action-packed fast trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Do you want to save? Oh yeah, I want to save the game. Let's save this one. Jesus, this is gonna be scary. Opening handbook, we can go through the stuff. Truth bullets, presents, report cards, regulation system. No, I think we're good for now. Set skills? I should definitely set some skills, shouldn't I? Let's see what kind of skills we can really set here. Melodious voice, increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle, costs 3 SP. Increases bullet time capacity, effective during the bullet time battle, costs 4 SP. Extraordinary focus, increase the focus gauge by 2. Effective during the class trial, costs 2. Let's do that. Let's see what else we got here. We don't have a lot of skills, sadly. These are armed, okay, good. These are armed, and I think we're ready here. Alright, finish preparations. Class trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
Yeah, she really doesn't have any ground to call somebody a murderer.
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, The evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know!
Is Hero really the killer? Or I got my suspicions and I'm gonna try to stick with it as best as possible while keeping my mind open in the whole case. Before anything else, we have to make that clear. Oh god. God help me now. Make your argument. Here's the hero's message. Noted.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
I mean, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awfully messy. If I remember right, Hero's handwriting is...
Everything we
Okay.
found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the
Damn it.
culprit.
Oh, that's a weird verse.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a
Skip through this for now.
Hero, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Alright, we're gonna have to do this again. It's the blueprints, that's what we need to go for.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts,
Nope.
they are all proof enough.
No, that's wrong.
I need to be taking more time with this.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
There we go. There's the handwriting. I talked to you about the handwriting. I knew that this was gonna be like one of the first things that are gonna come up. I knew it.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this.
And Byakuya also tipped us off majorly.
It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Exactly.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
Byakuya, I don't like you, but I need you here right now, buddy.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course, he passed that off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Suspicious individual in question. Hina, Hiro the Illuminati. Hiro, Hina. It has to be Hiro.
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
I like how there's an option for Illuminati. Just saying, there was an option for Illuminati there.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Exactly.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Thank you, Byakuya. I don't like you a lot, but you do. He is. The way he executes things is rough sometimes and kind of difficult to follow with, but he can get to the point easily.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The tarp and the other one. Things that we used to move Taka's body. There must have been a blue tarp.
I got it!
There's still one more thing. The dolly. Let's go find it real quick. Let's see. Repository dolly? There we go.
I got it!
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's wrong with that attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain.
I'm guessing he wasn't planning for us to get it real fast.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
I might just use this as a thumbnail. Actually, that's a pretty solid thumbnail. Sorry, I want to get to the trial, but I do gotta get my thumbnails.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
The dolly had tracks coming from the pool of blood of Taka's body.
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
The dolly was there as well.
so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
Celeste, I don't like what you're doing here. This is really suspicious what she's doing here. This is really, really suspicious. Celeste, girl, you better not be screwing us here.
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
The tracks that were in Taka's pool of blood.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Celeste, don't be doing this.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
This is extremely suspicious. Celeste, what is this? I've never had anyone sound so nice or being so mean. But maybe I can change your mind. If I could just explain to them where the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Yes, please tell me. I want to know all the elements here. The moment of truth.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Oh, we actually are trying to see if maybe we can
Miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
Did we do it? Final strike.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Did we do it? Oh god, did we? I don't know what we just did. We did just something amazing. Oh my god.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
What did we just do? Oh my god, we were called out heavily.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
I think we're like half a heart away from death as well.
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Celeste? What is this coming from? I told you she was a little bit too involved in the whole thing. She's a little bit too involved in this whole thing. Celeste, what are you doing? Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
Yeah, I don't think that really matters either.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Back on how the body was transported, it became immediately obvious. Couldn't bend down past the waist 90 degrees and couldn't see their feet. If whoever was in the suit could not have been carrying the dolly because they would not be able to look down. If I look at how the body was moved, it'd be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does it mean by that? Next time on DanganRonpa.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Sam Rio. Welcome to Hello, what have we got here? Hello ladies, how's it going? Breasts as a treasure of the net. I kinda wanna say you could dress better.